Gabler has gotten married. She is horrendously bored and she tries to make things happen by involving herself in other people's lives and trying to make them into something heroic and failing.
It's a play I've kind of loved since I was quite young, and I saw an amateur production of it. I thought it was great, and then I read it a few years later, and this is what I tend to do with lots of plays when I want to direct, and I suddenly thought, no, they did it all wrong, no, I have to do it myself. And over the past few years particularly, I think it's very important in its thinking about women and women at home. And it's so, I mean, it's very old, it's kind of the earliest of the modern plays, but we tend to and so because of that we tend to do it in period dress in the UK and in America, but in other parts of Europe they're really contemporising it, and I think that's much more interesting because the way the language works is it's not that period, because it's all within the set of a single house in a single couple of rooms, and the way that women are they're intrinsically boxed in the society rather than necessarily by law is what the play is dealing with, and I think that's still very relevant today. So this year particularly, I kept meeting really brilliant women who for whatever reason ended up stuck at home, even though they came from liberal backgrounds and they went to university and they had all these plans and things, and then somehow for whatever reason in our culture and society they ended up at home and quite unhappy, and it reminded me of the play.
Well, because of the nature of the play being a sort of living room drama, tragedy kind of thing, we've had a lot of space to just sort of play around with a lot of different things because there's no sort of complicated blocking or choreographing or crazy sort of on-stage organisation that needs to happen.
The tension at the end was really good, it was exciting, my heart was beating. I think it achieved exactly what it promised to.
It was a really good adaptation of a classic play.
Well, I thought in general it was an interesting production. The lead was absolutely fantastic as Hedda, and a lot of the other supporting cast were really good in their roles and strong. Some of the stylising was interesting, some of it wasn't quite to my taste.
They had some very good body choreography and chemistry. They respond physically to each other really well, which I think is important with the play.
Je pourrais bien brouiller les pistes, changer 100 000 fois de